What's up, guys, and welcome to another edition of Market Marauders, beating the market one trade at a time. If you're new to Market Marauders investment channel, helps you to find best deals in the market. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Definitely helps the YouTube algorithm promote the videos. All right, so yep, you got the title right. Bitcoin to $1 million and Ethereum to 100K per coin. So, in this video, I'm going to give you a breakdown of how I came to that conclusion with a little bit of theory behind it as well. So, let's jump into it. So, at the current price of Bitcoin at the time of this video is $46,207, and the current price of Ethereum is $1,454 or $53. So those are the current prices at the time of this video. So depending on when you watch it, since crypto is constantly open, it will be different. All right, so going to give you some background on how I came to this conclusion or how I came to these target prices, and then just going to do a analysis throughout the whole thing. So first, my basis is kind of a psychological thing or psychological reason why I think it's going to go to 1 million into 1,000, 100,000. And one of them is based on the theory called the tragedy of commons. So the tragedy of commons describes a situation in economic science when individual users who have open access to a resource unhampered by shared social structures or formal rules that govern access and use act independently according to their own self-interest and contrary to common good of all others cause depletion of the resource through their uncoordinated action. So basically, if there's a limited resource of something, this something being crypto, um, then people are going to grab as much as possible, leaving less cryptocurrency or less coins for everyone else. So I think this is going to also happen in the NFT market that's beginning to emerge, as well as Bitcoin, since it has a limited amount of coins and a market cap, as well as Ethereum, and any of the other altcoins that are out there. This is why you see a rise in Dogecoin. When people make different tweets or people talk about it, it starts to rise. It is essentially because the rate in which people are getting this asset, which basically is this definition. Who have open access to a resource, this resource being cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, Cardona, I mean, whichever one you want to name, by shared social structures, unhampered by shared social structures. So, different people, high, wealthy people, non-wealthy people, different social structures, and or formal rules that govern access to use. So there are no real formal rules that are governing access to use. So it's not saying, you know, they're not like, only people who make this amount of money can get access to crypto. I mean, if you have any money, you can get access to crypto. So, and then they act independently according to their own self-interest and contrary to the common good of all others, cause depletion of the resource through their uncoordinated action. So causing depletion of the resource, this is why we see like when people like Elon Musk make a tweet about Dogecoin, it jumps up in price. This is because people have their own self-interest. They're like, oh, well, Dogecoin's going up. People are talking about it. I'm going to buy more. I'm going to buy as much as I can and try to get this price to $1. So this is why I feel psychologically these will hit these levels. Mathematically, why I think it's going to hit these levels is because of something called an asymptote. So, if you've taken math, for me, I have an engineering background, so I have a degree in engineering, so you're kind of forced to do tons and tons of math. So, I remember back when, doing calculus and things of that nature, talking about asymptotes. So, looking through asymptotes, it kind of reminded me of the way Bitcoin and Ethereum behave. So, as you all know, there's a market cap or there's a limit to how many Bitcoin will ever be produced or mined or whatever you want to call it. But I do believe that will come into a factor with the theory of the tragedy of commons. So asymptote is basically a function y equals f of x, which is equal to 1 over x, and x is not equal to 0. And then this is basically the graph for vertical asymptote and horizontal asymptote. So horizontal asymptote is basically follows the horizontal x plane. Vertical asymptote follows the y plane. theory behind it is says also notice what is happening to the graph surrounding x equals 0 as the graph approaches x equals 0 to the right. The y value is getting increasingly larger. So as x goes to x naught, y goes to infinity plus. So 0 plus approaches from right and 0 naught approaches from the left. As the graph approaches x equals 0 from the left, its value or its y values are getting increasingly smaller. As x goes to 0 naught, y goes to negative infinity. X equals 0 is a vertical asymptote for the graph. So if you look at the graph right here, this is the section that I want you to bear in mind. And this, to me, is kind of the correlation between cryptocurrencies, all of them, in my opinion, and how they behave. So I think that they are all asymptotal functions of some sort of or another. May not be this exact chart, but just this is going to be the ground basis for how they work in general. So this X line will represent the number of Bitcoin there are. So they're not going to be a negative amount of Bitcoin. So it will never cross this threshold and be a negative amount. So as the number of Bitcoin get to 0, so an asymptote is it approaches 0 but never touches 0. Vertical asymptote, or that's horizontal asymptote. Vertical asymptote is this Y graph is representative of money. So this is what you would call USD, or value per coin. So I would say Y is equal to value per coin, X is equal to number of coins existing. So as the number of coins are depleted and get closer to 0, the value or the amount per coin is going to get increasingly close to infinity, meaning it's boundless. So um, I believe that, if you combine the tragedy of commons, people grabbing coins, getting more and more coins, holding on to them, not selling them, and getting as many as they can, we're going to start to see this vertical asymptote trajectory start to begin. Also, with this horizontal asymptote, more people getting coins, which is going to then force this vertical asymptote to take shape. So, you know, I don't think there will ever be a point where there are 0 Bitcoins. So, the price, I don't think it'll be a point where there are 0 Bitcoins. Now, if there are, in the future, if you watch this video, you'd be like, I prove you wrong. But the current moment, I think it will get, increasingly closer to a smaller amount, but then the price get increasingly larger, closer to infinity. So if you hear those crazy evaluations, basically that's why. How I came to $1 million for Bitcoin is it basically has gone up 400% in 2020. In 2021, if you continue that 400%, I think in about 3 or 4 years, you could definitely see a Bitcoin at $1 million. Now that's very conservative price based on those metrics. And then also if you look at Ethereum, 100K per coin. Last year in 2020, it went up 500%. So basically, it'd be around 8K per coin this year, and then continue that trajectory, probably a 5 or 6 year trajectory to get to 100K. That's if 500% increases, which I think it will, with things like NFTs starting to blow up, and those using Ethereum and other altcoins, things of that nature. I think the Ethereum price will increase faster than 500% per year, just like I think the Bitcoin price will increase more than 400% per year. So I think 400% being an average per year, how fast it will grow. If you'd like to join or like to start, trading crypto, I have two suggestions. One being BlockFi. You do get interest on your crypto, so I do think it's pretty cool. They do support Bitcoin as well as Ethereum and some other names a bit, but Bitcoin and Ethereum being the main two. So if you'd like to sign up for those, I have a link down below. It will help the channel, so if you do join through that link. Also, Coinbase as well, which is about to IPO pretty soon. Very good company. They have a larger variety, but you don't gain interest on your crypto. It's just to buy and hold the crypto, and you can sell it and exchange it, things of that nature. And I do have a link for that below as well. So good luck to everybody out there trading. And tell me, what is a price target that you all think is reasonable? Is $1 million per Bitcoin, too far out to say 3 or 4 years? Is 100K per Ethereum, too far out or too high up to say, 3 or 4 year time frame? Drop a comment down below. Tell me what your target price is and your date range to when it will get to that target price. And make sure you hit that thumbs up as well. Definitely helps the YouTube algorithm promote the videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.